All right, episode 4 of the Canucks Insider Podcast. Happy to be joined by Arshdeep Bains and Jujhar Khaira of the Abbotsford Canucks. A couple of Surrey boys playing for the Canucks, which is great to see you guys playing for your local team. Jujhar, you were selected in the 2012 NHL Draft. You made your NHL debut on November 28th, 2015 in a shootout win over the Pittsburgh Penguins. You've got 337 NHL games underneath your belt, and you're now part of the Abbotsford Canucks for this push to the playoffs. Arsh, you went undrafted through your WHL career, but led the dub in points during the 2021-22 season, 112 points in 68 games. It was a lot of fun to watch. And then you signed with the Canucks organization that summer, and you've been a consistent player for the Abbotsford Canucks ever since, while also playing in 21 NHL games with the Vancouver Canucks. Fellas, you guys are in the playoff push now in the final run here to the AHL playoffs. You guys want home ice advantage for that little stretch. What's it like just going out and playing games right now? Arsh, we'll start with you. You've been here for a few years. Just that playoff rush. I know you guys have kind of had it and experienced here at the Abbotsford Center. The way you guys are playing right now in the run up to the playoffs, is this the most fun that you guys have at the time of the year?
Yeah. I mean, when we get close to playoffs, the fans are awesome here, and it's pretty cool around this time. You kind of get that build up with all the stuff going on in the standings, and you kind of get to see where you're going to, place and you want to push. And it's, like you said, it's the best time of the year, and it's pretty exciting.
Jujhar, just kind of looking at the standings right now, like I'm looking, the first place team's a little bit ahead, but then it's just a massive chunk of guys. How much is that home ice advantage kind of on your guys' mind as you're going out right now? Because I know you guys want that for the 3-game plan.
Yeah, I think it's massive. I think, any league you're in, wherever you're at, I think if you could play at home, it's where you're most comfortable, your routine's dialed, and you get the crowd behind you, and you're just comfortable at home. So I think it's definitely what we're pushing for, and that's our goal.
So you seem to be the secret recipe. You've showed up here and won 6 straight games. Arsh, can you tell me what's this guy brought to the lineup that you guys just can't lose when he's in there?
Yeah, I mean, it's no coincidence that's happening, right? So, I mean, it's awesome having him in the lineup. I think we got a really deep lineup now, and there's obviously things going on up and down with Van and with the injuries and stuff. So we've been kind of, doing a good job of handling our side of that business and keeping, our streak going. So it's been really good on that side. I mean, he's a hell of a player, so it's awesome to, have him with us.
Most definitely. So you guys are 6 years apart, grew up in the kind of same area of Surrey, though. So I'm curious, when did you guys first meet each other? Did you know of each other? And I guess, Jujhar, we'll start with you. Did you ever see this kid at the rink and notice some skills, or how did you guys meet?
We actually had the same trainer growing up. How old are you when you started?
Maybe 10.
10, yeah. So I was 16 at that time, and we probably started around the same years, and then as time went on and I went through my journey, Arch was going through his, and now looking back, obviously it's super cool. We get to be on the same team, and for me, seeing him, show up every day, work as hard as he did, and never complain, just kind of did what he did. And I mean, it's cool to see that it paid off, and there was obviously a lot I didn't see, whatever he did on the side or during the season and all that, because obviously you get busy with your own stuff, but now he's just kind of hearing his story and being, I guess, a little bit involved with summer training, getting to know him a little bit. I think it's amazing, and you couldn't ask for a better person for it to happen to.
Nice. And for Arch, for you, just kind of growing up, I know you played up and played with your brother and get some different age groups in there. Do you remember skating with Jujhar? Do you remember 16-year-old him, I guess, on the ice or anything like that?
I mean, like you said, we kind of different story. Obviously, he probably doesn't remember me too much when I was, that young. He was dealing with his own stuff. But to me, it was pretty special getting to work out, even just seeing him. We weren't working out at the same time most of the time, but we'd have our groups. He's a little bit older, so we had a little bit older group, but we had a good program. And it's honestly those, when you look back at it, if we, said that to each other, hey, we're going to play together one day, and then, we would be like, there's no chance. I was brutal. He obviously was a lot better than me. And he, it's just funny how it works, because I know I'm kind of rebuttaling here, but just looking up to him back then, it was pretty awesome to, make a full circle moment. And, our trainer reaches out to us, talking about how how small the world is and how it works out. So it's awesome.
Trainer deserves some credit here. Both of you guys made it, right?
No kidding.
Definitely. I can run back in those days in Surrey. What do you guys remember? Just playing road hockey. Was there a cul-de-sac that you guys knew of? What was the road hockey scene kind of like back then for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I lived in Clayton Heights area. I had a little cul-de-sac townhouse, and it's kind of like the cliche, but honestly would like after school play in that cul-de-sac with all the neighbors and get the nets out. And that was probably the best times, of my childhood, playing with all my buddies back then. I know they still reach out to me and still talk, and it's come out to my game. So it's pretty, it's funny. I think we all kind of have the same childhood. So it's I'm sure you have your own stories, kind of how that happened.
Similar, yeah, similar. We spent a lot of time at my grandma's, and she lived more so in the heart of Surrey, and yeah, our cousins used to get together, and we used to play with neighbors and all that. And at home, we grew up in Port Kelzer, so it's kind of, I guess, isolated. It wasn't too much of a neighborhood. It was more so bigger properties. So at home, it was my brother and I either playing mini sticks or playing outside. And I mean, like any kid, pretending you're a guy playing in the NHL, you're winning the cup, you're making a huge save when you're in net, and just kind of filling those roles. And yeah, it was a blast.
So Jujhar, one of your favorite players growing up, Todd Bertuzzi. Just curious, what was it about his game that kind of stuck out to you and made him your favorite?
Yeah, I mean, Vancouver at that time, they had that West Coast Express line. I mean, we loved watching. We watched at home whenever we could. And yeah, Bertuzzi was just big, super skilled, super tough. And I mean, he just got the job done in many ways. And yeah, he was just a super exciting player for me to watch growing up. And he was the one jersey I had, the one Vancouver Canucks jersey I had. And that also played a huge part in it. I repped that jersey, and yeah, it's super cool. There's something about him that I loved watching him play.
Yeah, and for you, Arsh, Canucks fans seem to love a good depth player. So I'm curious if there's a depth player that sticks out for you, like growing up watching the Canucks, that you kind of were a fan of.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, we do like our depth players. I actually, back then I used to, idolize the whole lineup, but honestly, I'm not really ringing a bell right now. But I mean, my guy was Kessler. Like he said, you get a jersey once and you just start, kind of just becomes your idol all of a sudden, because you just, you want to wear the jersey all the time. And I had a Kessler jersey when I was younger, and I wore number 17 a lot. So that just like made me love, that the Canucks and, him and the playoffs and, the Stanley Cup run. So yeah, I mean, that's probably my answer for that.
Definitely. So to take it back to the 2011 Cup run, and Arsh, we've talked about this in the past, but your peak of fandom, kind of 10 years old, getting a chance of taking that Cup run. What's the biggest memory that sticks out for you of just 2011 and kind of watching that team go as far as it did?
Yeah, I think the biggest memory for me was probably in the playoffs. I was in elementary school, and I don't know how the timing worked, but we were watching a Canucks game. Maybe I'd say the majority of the school was in the gym area, and we had the whole projector out, and we basically just put school on pause, and we all got to watch hockey, and that was a pretty big memory for me, and I'll probably never forget. I don't even like that. Just kind of, I don't know how many places would kind of just turn their school off for a bit and just watch hockey. So that was really cool for me.
Awesome. Jujhar, we're actually the same age, so we were kind of like just about to finish high school at the time. So like the watch parties were a little bit more fun. I feel like it's 17, 18 years old. So what was it like for you, I guess, at that time watching the team go on the run?
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, it was one of those things, I enjoyed watching with my family. I remember watching the game they lost with my family, but yeah, there were a couple of times I made it downtown, and just to be a part of the crowd there, the atmosphere, it's pretty cool. I mean, you see it in so many different sports, but when fans or the communities come together to support a collective group into a goal that the whole city has, I think, it's amazing.
And now to come full circle, like you guys play for the Canucks, like to think back to those days of you being kids, just being such big fans, like I don't know how you guys could even describe it, but Jujhar, you're a new Canuck, so I want to know, like, how's it kind of hit you that you're like, I'm wearing this logo, I'm repping the Canucks, like how does that kind of feel, I guess, coming full circle now?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I've thought about it before in the past, and obviously when you think about it, you think about the NHL, but I mean, it's the Canucks here, and yeah, it's cool. It's amazing. I mean, it's nice to be close to home, see family, and I think it's cool for my parents to be able to come out and watch. I mean, they did so much of us growing up, and they sacrificed so much because of that. And now for them to spend some of their evenings out here watching and seeing us play, that's the big thing in my eyes, to watch, or to have them, give them something to do and have them come out, watch. And I could, even talking to them, I could see how excited, how happy they are. And I mean, I share that with them as well.
We saw your dad on the trip last year as well when you were up with Vancouver. He was a little bit of a star as well on our social media. So like for him to experience that, what was that kind of like to, like, do you get a chance in the off season to look back at that and kind of be one of the big memories from the season for you last year?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. Not too many parents get, recognized as much as my dad did for that time. And just seeing the support he got, I know he'd tell me sometimes he'd be, when I was up playing with Ben, he'd be at the games watching, and when the intermission would go on, people would start coming to him to ask for photos. So, I mean, it's rewarding for me, honestly. Just like Jude said, how much they sacrifice, and being able to just play at home and having your family kind of get rewarded coming out to watch, us and everything they did for us. So there's a lot of cool memories. I think my first call up was on that dad's trip, and that's an awesome thing to kind of celebrate with your dad, and it being my first couple games, and he gets to kind of experience the life of an NHLer, and that was kind of my first time too. So we experienced it together. That's
awesome. How's your dad taking the fame then?
Yeah, I mean,
same guy still or what?
Yeah, he's kept his phone number the same, so I think it hasn't got too overwhelming. But it's awesome that that there's that much support out here.
Yeah, well, definitely. Okay, hard one here. What's the best Gatorade flavor? Jujhar, I'll start with you. Best Gatorade flavor out there, and it could be of all time, because I got some throwbacks that are solid ones. They got rid of some really good. The Sidney Crosby one back in the day.
Yeah,
that was a big one. So your favorite Gatorade flavor?
Cool Blue, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the regular blue? Yeah, right.
I think so. Yeah,
because there's a couple of different kind of blues, but just the nice dark blue one.
Is it dark blue?
It's not dark, but it's darker than like the frost.
Yeah.
That just a standard blue Gatorade is probably my favorite.
Arsh?
I think I had yellow a lot when I was. I don't know what that flavor is, but it was like super sweet, and I liked yellow for a while.
I think you can learn a lot about somebody.
Yeah, for sure.
I can see blue for sure. If you guys could have 3 toppings on a burger, only 3. So you got the burger, you get 3 toppings. What are your 3 toppings? Arsh, we'll start with you.
I actually really like onions.
Talking raw, or are you going?
No, I like them caramelized if we can. Pickle. Are we doing condiments, or that's
you gotta get a sauce on
okay, I'd go like that's like a ketchup mayo, like one of those mixtures, like spicy mayo, one of those. So probably that.
Sneaking 4 condiments.
Yeah, I'm trying to get as many condiments I can into one.
Fair enough. These are 3 toppings. Hard question.
Right. Yeah, I'll go onions, caramelized onions as well. Like a sweet honey chipotle, if you can find it. And then probably just like a lettuce. There's some lettuce on there.
No cheese, no bacon, nothing.
I mean, there's not enough room.
Yeah, fair enough. You gotta keep it tight. Did you guys ever play any other sports growing up? Like, you're a tall guy. I gotta assume it's basketball, volleyball, something. Like,
I played all that. I played soccer, volleyball, basketball. I'm sure we mixed in a few others as kids, but those are kind of the main 3 through high school and all that. But there's a reason I'm not playing anymore, so here we are.
Arse, anything? I know you're a golfer in the summer as well.
Oh yeah, I wish I did golf when I was a kid, but that wasn't up to me. I played soccer probably the most. I like soccer a lot.
Yeah, how's the golf game? How was the summer anyways for you?
Yeah, last summer was good, getting a lot better. I'm heading in the right direction, I think. So
nice. Any trips or anything for yourself, or did you just kind of golf around?
Just locally. I just golf around when I get a chance.
Well, you Jujhar, golfer at all?
I used to golf with injuries and stuff. I've kind of taken a step back, but the moment I'm done, I'll be back out there. I'll be back out there chopping out the course.
Most definitely. So you guys got Manny Malhotra as head coach, somebody you probably both watched growing up. And this is your first year getting him, Arsh. I know Jujhar, you only had him for a couple of weeks, but Arsh, just kind of watching your guys' relationship grow and kind of him grow as a head coach as well. This is the first time for him getting this gig and kind of running a team, having it be his show. What have you kind of liked about Manny Malhotra as a coach so far this season? How has that relationship grown between you guys?
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that he, had a long, successful career in the NHL. He's a super smart. He knows what he's talking about. And he's really, he's passionate and dedicated. And I think that's, when you have coaching and the staff we have, I think Manny does a really good job of kind of understanding what we go through and how, players need to get coached, or the practices, how they need to be ran. And I think it's not easy being a coach, and it's his first time. And for me, I'd say he's been doing a great job, and he's been really good for me. And I'm pretty excited to see how he handles playoffs.
I think what I found interesting was seeing him here at like 6 a.m. He's here, the first guy working out. I feel like there's not a lot of head coaches that are here at 6 a.m.
He might be the strongest coach I've ever had.
Yeah,
he's
Yeah, he's jacked.
Yeah, I must say, like, I see him doing all the conditioning with you guys and everything.
Yeah.
Still, it's pretty wild to see. I think for you, just kind of stepping in, I wanted to ask about the Sedins, Jujhar, because you played against them, and now they are here helping you out at Abbotsford all the time. What's that like, kind of developing that relationship, especially as someone who was battling against them for a little bit in the NHL as well?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, again, that West Coast Express line, that era, they were there. They were, I think they were just coming into the league there a couple of years in, and grew up watching them. Yeah, it's so cool playing against them, obviously, seeing what they do. And you see it on TV, but then you see it in person, and it is truly amazing how they read off each other, or how they did read off each other. Yeah, so it's cool seeing these guys. I mean, there's been a few guys I've seen that I've played against or whatever before, and obviously big names like that. Like it's cool when they recognize you and they take time, say hi, and you chop it up a bit about when you played against each other. So yeah, it's been cool. I mean, they're legends, and whenever you get to be in the same room and learn off people like that, it's amazing.
Has it been hard or easy for you to just come in here and you get traded and playoff push, you come and win 6 games? Like, I have to imagine there's a lot of like up and down emotions probably going for you right now. Probably a lot of positive ones because things are going pretty good since you came here to Abbotsford. But what's it been like just kind of settling in a little bit now at this point? Yeah,
it's been great. I mean, staff to the players to everybody in the organization has been fantastic, very welcoming. A lot of the nitty gritty stuff I had a lot of help with from again, staff and all that. So for me, the transition's been easy. I think the biggest thing was just catching up on sleep. You lose a couple nights of sleep, and it's tough to get that back right away. So I think it's been a couple weeks, maybe on my 3rd week now, and starting to get more and more accumulated to just the lifestyle here again. And yeah, it's been super easy. Like, yeah, I've never been traded before, and for it to be like this, I mean, yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad at all.
It's pretty easy.
Arsh, wanted to ask about, you guys have had some long winning streaks this year. You guys are on a 7-game win streak as we're recording this right now. 5 games earlier in the year, 6 games earlier in the year. When you guys are rolling out here in Abbotsford, like, this team must feel like they can beat anybody. But what is it about that mentality that you guys have kind of developed? It feels like it's a lot of the same kind of younger guys who've kind of grown up and gotten a little bit older now as pros. And I feel like there's got to be some confidence in this group, especially when we watch you guys run off like these wins like you guys are on right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, when you say like that, 5, 6, I think we had an 8-game win streak too, and kind of just it's a scary feeling when we get the confidence we do when we start winning and rolling like that. And like you said, there's a lot of guys that my rookie year we were all rookies, and most of them are still here, and we add pieces, and I think we got a lot of guys that have pushed each other throughout the years, and you can kind of tell how far that's brought us all to this point. And I think we're kind of all kind of peaking at the right time, I like to say. I think a lot of guys are showing what they can do, and when you put us all together, I think we all have different types of skill and ability that kind of complement each other. And I think we've seen that at times this year, kind of getting like those streaks you said. And when it comes to playoff time, you gotta kind of peak at that right time and make sure that everyone's kind of clicking. And I think adding Juge, having guys step up, and having veterans like Blaze and Blannon, and having strong goaltending. I know we have a deep list of goalies here, and I know a lot of teams don't really have that pleasure, and it's going to be good for I think the Abbey Center when playoffs come, and I think it'll be a fun time.
Absolutely. I think we'll wrap up on this. I just wanted to ask, like, you guys are pros. You're playing for the Canucks. We've gone over this already in this interview. But what's the most fun thing for you guys just coming to the rink every day? Jujhar, we'll start with you. Just getting, in fact, to come to the rink and be able to be here, play for the Canucks, whether it's practice, game day, traveling. What's the favorite thing for you just coming to the rink?
My favorite thing is just the camaraderie. It's, you hear when guys retire. The hardest thing is not being around the boys, not being in the dressing room, the routine we have and all that. We're just like made like that now. Like, we've done it for so long that it's just routine. So for me, it's just being around, just kind of getting to know. You get to know so many people, and you make connections with, again, so many people. So it's just being around the guys. Obviously, the job part of it, hockey, we do it because we love it, and I still love it after however many years I've played. So yeah, yeah, it's the whole thing. It's showing up and getting to do what you love. There's nothing better than that, and I don't think anything will ever beat that.
Definitely, Arsh, you have an answer that's as mature as that, or you're still new into this being a pro?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say the same thing. Like, coming to the rink's pretty fun because we all have some good banter. I think nobody's really safe in the dressing room. Everyone gets the straight here and there, even the staff. So it's just a great time, and I think that's why we're so tight. And when we get on the ice, like you said, it's all business, and we've found a pretty good recipe, and it's been working.
Awesome. It's a ton of fun out here, especially in the playoffs. You've experienced it out here in the Abbotsford Center. The towels get going. We get this place full of people. It's an absolute blast. Final stretch of the season here, and you guys are battling to get that home ice position. So appreciate you guys taking some time out of your day before you guys head on the road here. Arsh, Jujhar, that wraps up episode 4. And thanks so much for taking some time, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.